Well, hello there. I'm Zeus, king of the gods. How did you like my game? Eh? Okay, that was lame. That's how you play Olympus. As I said, I really enjoyed this game. Yes, it's worker placement, and yes, it's resource collection, and yes, there's all these things where, yes, the mechanics of the game have been done over and over and over again, but this game's really engaging. I mean, I really love the whole idea of, it's the person who leads gets that bonus, but then the other people will want to follow because they absolutely have to. There's a lot of really good choices involved in the game. Obviously when you're playing, it's like one of the first things you're like, well, Zeus is obviously like the best choice. Well, yeah, I mean, he usually is. And if you lead, most people are going to pick that first. And there's sometimes some like reasons why you wouldn't. But the game is much more involved than that. As you're picking and choosing these, I mean, it's like if somebody takes Zeus right away and you follow it, and then you're going around the table and it finally gets back to you. I mean, if people are making those good choices before you, you have a really tough decision because you might end up like just following with your workers and just collecting like the leavings, as we call them. And when it gets to your turn, you don't even have a pawn to put down, and you don't even have anything to choose. And and of course you have that Apollo spot. That if you don't pick that, you're going to be taking that detriment, taking that plague. And so you got to leave that open and available for yourself as well. And games just like every time you play the game, or at least for me anyway, it's like something new would happen. Where, like, I remember the first time I played it, it was like, oh gosh, we realized that if you got the building for Apollo, like the plagues wouldn't affect you, and then you're just like, oh god, everybody raced for that right away, right? And you kind of forgot about the fact that, well, if you go in after this instead, that was good because the statue for Zeus, if you followed, you still got the primary Zeus ability, and so everybody was like, "Oh, we got to get that," and as the game progressed, and the more and more we played it, the more and more different doors and avenues started opening up, and the more we realized, and there are so many different ways, and here you go, paths to victory that you could explore. I mean, some people have gone with the total war route and like with just taking tribute, and that works really well. I got to be honest with you, because you're gaining stuff, but you're also taking it away from people and taking their livelihood away. There's just so many cool things about this game that, and it really doesn't grab you as far as like how awesome it is until you've actually done that repeated playing. And this one hits on all cylinders for my group. It has just the right amount of interaction because you are attacking other people. You are putting your pawns down and you're following, but also like you got the plague and you got the wars. It has unlike a lot of worker placement games where it's just like yeah, okay, you're using up a spot, but you're not really purposely trying to hurt somebody. You're just trying to make your own little farm or stone hut village or whatever. You're trying to make that as good as possible. And it also makes you make tough choices each and every time it comes up to it. Yes, and I've gone on and on about analysis paralysis and oh geez, everybody's like, make up your turn. But I don't mind it. I've said that 1,000 times. I don't care. Take all the time you need to make your turn. I can entertain myself with the other people at the table. So I like that I can see my friends, the gears in their head clanking as they're trying to figure out what's the best option for them on that turn. And plus, it'll support 5 people, which for me is a huge deal because I almost always have 5 people at my table. And it's tough for me to get a 4-person game played unless I purposely not invite somebody. So, I love it. It's a great game. I feel bad that more people aren't singing its praises. A lot of people are going to say we've been down this road before, and maybe you have. Maybe there's a lot of games that it replicates, but in my opinion, it replicates them, but it's a better replication. It's a better game than those others that you seem to feel that it's drawing. It's standing on those shoulders of the giants, if you will, but it's standing taller and higher, and it makes it better. So, it's a great game. I strongly suggest you pick it up if it's something that you think you and your group would like. Other than that, thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. Thank you in advance for any thumbs or tips or comments or whatever you wish to leave after the fact. And until next time, this is Undead Viking, and I really, really appreciate you taking the time to watch this. You have a great week.